Greetings, and once again welcome back to the Insanity. Last time we left off, we had just started this process of making advanced casting. And in the last episode we also changed the position of the labs so that they are now here, although they don't seem to be getting any research, but let's hope we can fix that. And we also fixed the green science so that we should now sort of almost have green science production. But as always, we have a couple of problems with what we did last time. So let's go fix them, shall we? And in case you are wondering, my to-do list now contains approximately like 40 items of things I would like to do that are more or less important. Well, most of them less actually. Because I have sort of a plan of what to do even after I have fixed the advanced casting. But that's gonna take a bit of time, so let's see how much we have time for in this episode. The number of small fixes is around 10, maybe 20, I don't know. Let's see. So in this green science area, there is a little problem because, let's see, this one is multiplying that, yes, exactly, and adding there, that it should do that. Now then, what's the problem? The problem is that we have a green circuit there that just shouldn't be there. And then, just to speed things up here, I will allow these to just change the way they output the items a bit. Good, now I think that should solve this problem at least. And then we have a problem near the red science as well. Because the reason why we are not getting any red science is that this one has a provide threshold of 300, and that doesn't help. Because this combinator should have a provide threshold of 300. That tends to help quite a bit. Okay, so that's already actually 3 items crossed off the to-do list. Now let's see. A while ago I fixed so that the robots could build these AUG-powered generators. Now I will fix so that the robots can use these AUG-powered generators. Perfect, I think. Now then, I was told, very helpfully, that I can make flue gas from ash. So that's actually what I plan on doing here a little quickly. Let's see, where do we have flue gas? We have some flue gas over here. Oh, it can be made from biomass as well. Interesting. I need a gas refinery. And then we should be able to put this down somewhere, even though we already do have the... Oh, this is big, but that's okay. Flue gas, and flue gas. Plenty of flue gas possibilities, that's nice. We already do have a train station over here, but that can just be disabled eventually. Ta-da! Oh, and ash, of course. Ash. Which station is it that requires the ash? It seems to be some other station, but I can maybe just fix this by adding a ash requester over here. I think this will work. So just request an extra 1000 ash and then have an inserter. Oh, it's such a mess. Speaking of mess, my quick bar is a damn mess. Cool, now we should soon be getting some ash. Excellent. Now how about you just... Nah, you do nothing. Great, 2 more fixes made. Now I would like to also check on this tailings thing, because I think that we have a little problem here, because we have an old center west and an old center southwest. One is a requester, the other is a provider, and that doesn't make sense. So we do seem to have a little loop in the train system. Okay, yes, very helpful robots. Can you stop giving me items? Or rather, can you just give me all the items so that I can do my stuff? Thank you. So, the requester is in this area, and this is the place we will be fixing. Because we are lacking tailings in this area these days. So it's time to just... yeah, stop providing tailings or something. Please go the other way around. And that is how you essentially disable a train station. Excellent. And speaking of tailings, a long while ago I started checking the usage of tailings, but I would like to reset this because I'm very interested in how much of our tailings goes to avoid tailings. Hopefully most of it should go to the cold water slurry. But we will keep this running and then let's see what happens. Now then, we have another couple of train stations to fix. So let's just drive around and fix them. Because it's mostly related to things like provider priority and stuff like that. Because here we have some side products, like this hot air. And I would like it to have a high provide priority, so that it's used from here before other things is used. Same goes for this syngas. And let's see, also probably this flue gas. Excellent. Next stop, Nexlit. Is this Nexlit? Yes, this is Nexlit. Because here we have, for example, a tailings requester, which I would like to set to request priority -1. Because there are other things that this can be used for. And most importantly, the tar requester. This should be a request priority of -10. because tar is not something we have a lot of. Now, while we are here, I think it's about time that we start providing some Nexlit to LTN. And I need more belts, don't I? I always need more belts. Yeah, this is nowhere near enough. I need more belts! Thank you. Now let's use a red wire here instead, because that's easy to configure. So this is Nexlit plates, and this is niobium plates. We are not getting a lot of niobium plates, or rather we are not getting any at all at the moment. But eventually we will fix that, not right now. It needs organic solvent, essentially. Niobium plates. $2,000. And Nexlit plates. Also 2,000. Thank you. Okay, I actually have a couple of niobium plates already. Cool. So moving right along. We have a train station over here for a tar drilling. And this is a quite valuable train station because it provides us with tar. And that's very useful, which is why I will set this to request priority 5. And then while I'm here, I have realized that I would always like to pump the tar into syngas or coal gas, because I am mostly missing coal gas a lot of times. So just go ahead and do that, even though at the moment we are actually missing tar, but since I upgraded this train station to use a bigger provider and things, there's little point in actually trying to make tar to request things or for the provider. Let's see. I need to go to the glass area. Because essentially when this container over here has, like, if this would have 70k, that means that we already have enough coal gas. But the thing right now is that as soon as the coal gas gets to 25k, a train comes and picks some up, which means that the process will start again to make more coal gas because of the logic that we have set up there. So that's why I'm just changing this. Now I believe that there is something else interesting we can make with green SiC. And it happens to require a secondary crusher, which I can actually make one. That's surprising. So I will be making some silicon carbide here. Let's see. Secondary crusher. Silicon carbide, exactly. How did you know? And I would like to make this when and only when silicon carbide is less than green SiC. That's when I would like to. Oh, right. It shouldn't insert silicon carbide, it should insert green SiC. And I need to use some small electric poles again. How fun. Okay, this seems to be fairly fast, at least. We might scale it later if needed. Okay, now then. Let's see, where am I? I have done most of these things already. Just need to mark some items off the to-do list. Right. Let's go to the drill head production, which is over here in the southeast of our base. Because now that we have another way, or now that we have the silicon carbide, we can use a better recipe for the drill heads. Isn't that just fantastic? Ooh. Yeah, have a couple of... Oh right, you don't have any silicon carbide, of course. How about we just fix that? You might wonder why am I not upgrading the other recipe as well, and the reason is that the other recipe just can't use silicon carbide. Perfect. So here we have a marking that says logistic science and quenching, and that's just not right. It should be advanced casting and quenching. And I would also like to mark the labs using a nice little icon for labs. Good. Now that this is out of the way, let's continue with the advanced casting production. Though I very much suspect that I will require some... Oh, god damn it. Some more belts, so I'll go into spaghetti land, which has certainly becomes a lot less spaghetti recently. But I will go there and pick up some transport belts. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Here we have something. Now while I'm here, I just cannot help but to change this around a little bit. Mostly because I think I'm lacking quite a bit of titanium. And because this biocontainer is just unused these days. Oh, come on, stop giving me steel. I would very much like to put this titanium belts or titanium plates somewhere useful, which is why I'm actually picking them up. Great. So advanced casting. Oh, that's a weird way, but it makes sense. And let's see, I would not like my train to be there. I would like my train to be here, and I would like it to wait for passenger presence. Thank you. So here we are again at this mess. Can I make an FTS reactor? No, of course I can't. I need small parts and concrete. Let's see, where am I? I am not too far away from somewhere useful. Whoa. Hello robots. Does any of you have some small parts or some copper? Nope, didn't think so. I was hoping so, but didn't really think so. And there does not seem to be any copper here. Or any small parts, but there are some oh, belts. Okay, just give me some darned copper, will you? This looks like copper, but it isn't. I should probably have taken the train. Ah, look. 218 copper plates, perfect. Now we also need concrete, which is, of course, why we went here. Because somewhere over here is the only place where we have concrete. There it is. Yo! I'm surprised every time I survive these trains. It's a freaking miracle, really. Now let's see if we can find our way back. Oh, I really don't miss walking around like a crazy chicken like this. Okay, it's time to start adding a couple of inserters here. I would just like to check a bit about... Okay, you are missing that, you are missing that, because you are missing something on this belt. Okay, but I think that the production is... Ah, you're missing titanium, that's quite natural. I think that production seems to be working, in theory at least now. So here is the lard. That will be bones. And that should be combined with titanium plates. I will just give it a couple of titanium plates. Oh, and then we have, yes, exactly, the steam circulation is set up. So here we need an empty barrel, which will be recycled, and I don't think I have any barrels in this system right now, so we need to make some. Now I just wish we could get the rest of the stuff. This one is working independently, and then we need a hydrocarbon plant. Okay, sure, let's make one of these. We do already have one elsewhere. So which step was this? Okay, that was that step. Have I placed this high pressure furnace? I don't think I have. At least I haven't indicated that I have. But I have placed that one exactly. So how about we just place this one? And then we will need a casting unit. Oh damn, this requires a lot of things. But sure, we can fix a lot of things. So I would like to have a casting unit. I need iron and I need a high pressure furnace. I need more iron. Hello, train. May you please just go to get us some iron and probably some copper. Eh. High pressure furnace and casting units. Thank you. And while we are out driving, let's go grab some arcades that we need to make these things. Because this plant just can't work on its own, it needs some bees. I think they are bees. They should be bees. And I have some growing of these bees, but this is the stone city block, so that's the completely wrong place. I hope I'm not the only one mixing up their city blocks when they have a base of this size. Thank you. Now you can actually put some into that. And I wonder, what are you missing? Are you missing biomass? I think we can fix some biomass to you. I think I know a place, essentially. Ah. I think I know just a place where we have some biomass. And we will eventually... Actually, no, that's the wrong kind of burner, darn it. Okay, I don't have any steel, so never mind then. But eventually I will just try and burn especially the limestone that is gathering there. Unfortunately, biomass can't be burned, not in that way, because biomass can be used as fuel in various ways. So that's what we are going to do eventually. So, how about you? Where are you? There you are. How about you make some more of these? Thank you. Now, where were we? We were in the advanced casting area. I have one of those, and yes, you need some arcades in order to work. And then oh, thank you, robots. Very kind of you. And then I have everything here. Okay, so now we just need the ingredients to these things. One of these processes requires a shit ton of coal dust and a shit ton of pure sand. Unfortunately, as I don't have a shit ton of space, well, I kinda do in a way, but I don't have a shit ton of inserters. At least not room for those inserters. Which is why I will just combine these things onto the same belt. I have a feeling I will regret this. Okay, it requires a bunch of seconds. Now, how is this oleochemicals doing? It's not essentially, because we are missing bones, it seems. At least here we have some silicon, so that's good. Green SiC, clay, wax, hot air. So where is the green SiC? Here it is. Warning for spaghetti. Let's see, where do I want this? Here. Then it would be nice if we could combine this with the clay. Which we always have, which we also have up at the top. Thank you. And then we need some hot air. and wax. So now we are just waiting for the wax, because here comes the clay. And the wax is, I believe, waiting for oleochemicals, which is waiting for lard, which is waiting for bones, which is waiting for LTN to deliver some. So let me check in with the AUGs over here. There is 485 bones there, while the rest are waiting for more titanium, as always. Wait a minute, this is an indication that I don't have any roboports here. That means that it's time to fix some. Oh dear. Trying to go for as much coverage of a single roboport as possible, just to fill in all the non-orange areas, essentially. But of course I can't build over trains, so I will not build over trains. I'm hoping that this should help me fix a bit of... Oh, come on, how much further down can you go? There you... I'm hoping that this will fix the Rails network better. Okay, that's enough of these for now. Oh boy, we do need a bunch of signals over here, I believe. Where are you going? You're going over here. Okay, oh right, of course. It's my train that is interfering. Cool, now let me go and pick up. Or not. Oh, lots of robots, lots of robots. Lots of robots. I want to wait for these robots a bit. So I'm going to pick up some bones. I have a bone to pick with you. Nope, not there. Where am I? Oh, why am I even taking the train? Come on. This is just ridiculous. Well, at least we got some other things fixed, I guess. Now we need to have a provider here. Which I will happily set up. Oh, darn it. I'm missing medium electric poles. But that will be fixed, hopefully, eventually. Now I wonder, are we getting any oleochemicals? 20 lard, damn, that's a lot. I think I'm going to need a couple of more of these. Is that correct? Yeah, that's a major bottleneck. Can you just not be in the way, production block? Oh. Off by one error, of course. Now, how am I going to give you the steam? Like this, apparently. Thank you. Oh, and you might want to have an inserter. For some strange reason. "10 seconds. I think that should be enough. Especially considering the low production rate here. So this will produce 250 oleochemicals. Which is awesome, which will produce 5 barrels. Which will produce 1 round of Arcade empty honeycombs, or 1.5, which will do nothing unless we plug this in, which will be producing 50 wax, which is just what we are mixing for the advanced casting. Which is the thing that we would like to export. Can you imagine how frustrating it is to have to use small electric poles again? I was so used to the medium ones. Well, at least we have Nextly tiles. Oh, that's the belt. I have a feeling that I might want something else here sooner or later. Which is why I'm setting up a little red circuit requesting. Come on now. Advanced casting. Less than 0. So we are getting advanced casting. How about that? Now you might wonder, what are we going to do with this? And let me tell you, we are going to use this for a number of things. Damn, I will need lots and lots of bones, I'm afraid. 115 bones for 120 casting. Okay. Could be worse, I guess. So, since I have a limited supply of these at the moment, I will be setting a provide threshold of 100. Then I will just pick some of these up. Because now we are going to the casting area. Assuming I can find my way there. More specifically, we are going to start in the south of these. So let's see, what can we do with the advanced casting? Copper cables, yes, we would like that. Iron gear wheels, yes. Iron sticks, yes. Tin cable, absolutely. Iron sticks. Tin cable, pipes, pipe to ground. And one day, even small parts, drill heads, engine units and stuff, but we don't really have access to that at the moment. And I believe all of these require a casting unit. For which I need steel. I happen to know a place. Now the only problem here is that these do not have a lot of items or a lot of steel and stuff. Bolts, that's already taken care of. Copper cable, that should be built on the other side. Iron gear wheel, that sounds like a plan. Yeah, I'm going to need more casting units, please. So, copper cables. Red wires. And of course borax and things. Oh. And the bloody electricity. Cool. So, wanna see something really cool? Let's take a look at what happens when I just insert one little casting here. Then I happen to get 63 copper cables. And that's pretty darn amazing. Now this... let's see. pipes. I also would like to have iron sticks and copper gear wheels here. Oh, gear wheels, not copper gear wheels. I'm stupid. Cool, and each of these will be provided in a supply of at least 2000. Very nice. So iron sticks and let's see, pipes and underground pipes. Actually, it would kind of make sense if the pipes were next to each other and then the iron sticks over here. Very nice. Now the only problem, of course, is that we are going to need molten copper and lots of it. No, a molten iron, I mean, naturally. There's no shortage of molten copper, that's for sure. And I would like these to be rotated correctly so that they also can get some hot air. It's just amazing how nice hot air is. I mean, it's very easy to make. You can even get it as a side product, but in the beginning you can just smelt stone, or rather smelted stone, which is also very easy because you can essentially get an infinite supply of stone. Oh. So the only tricky thing essentially is... Oh, I should not use a green wire. I should use a red wire. The tricky thing right here is to have enough molten materials, which we don't have a lot of. Cool. So iron stick. Iron pipe. Pipe to ground. Iron gear wheel. And steel plates. Steel plates is already previously set up. And then comes the fun part of trying to sort of maybe balance this belt a bit. Good luck with that. Now, as if this wasn't enough, it just so happens that we have something called small parts, which is made from copper plate, iron stick, iron gear wheel, and bolts. And now we will have all this here eventually. So how about we just centralize that production to this area? I think that's an excellent idea, which is why I will be doing that. And what are the ratios? 2 bolts. That's fine. Iron stick. Gear wheel. And bolts. No, actually, let's move that forward. Very nice. So centralizing the production approximately around here, maybe? Providing an output. And having some inserters able to insert them. How fast is oh damn, this is fast. 0.2 seconds. Goodness gracious. I did not know it was that fast. Unlike crafting inserters and things. Excellent, that's somewhat centralized at least. Now we just need, of course, to have... Well, we already have a small parts condition here. So let's add it to this belt. Small parts. Less than 0, thank you. That's fantastic. That's absolutely fantastic. Now the problem is that we are massively lacking things. We are massively lacking molten iron. And if I would have to guess, I would guess that we are missing iron ore. Well, we actually almost have a delivery ready of molten iron. And it seems like this one is getting some delivery. It's getting a delivery of iron ore. Nice. So hopefully this should work out. Which means that we will be able to request small parts in places instead of making it locally. Which will be nice. Now for the tinned copper wire. Tinned cable, that's what it's called. Oh dear me. First of all, I will require some amounts of advanced casting here. Not too much. Then the issue is... Why can I never remember where to find that? The issue now is that we have not optimized this area for advanced casting, which might mean a bit of spaghetti, but I think I will be aiming to pick it up from underneath. And let's see. Maybe you can even turn it around this way. It's a little bit of a hack, but it's a working hack. And it actually makes things better and not worse. So I say, go for it. We are naturally though missing molten tin here. Oh, this needs borax. That is slightly disappointing because I happen to not have any borax here at the moment. But I'm guessing that I can just request some borax and eventually it will come. Which means that you will be responsible of advanced borax, no such thing. Of borax. And I just need to clean the belt up to fix the lane problem. Luckily, sand casting is not an issue. That's for sure. Okay, cool. So I guess this means that you will have to go there as well, and you will have to go over here. This is a little bit of a mess. Not too big of a mess, which is why I'm okay with it. Can't say I'm happy with it, but I am okay with it. And then these should have some red wires, and then we should request some tin cable. And where is our configurator? Found it. And our train is very much in the way. Now I think this will work. So how about we just here have some sand casting because I don't want it. What about if we just, oh, look at this. I believe that is some advanced casting. Here, you may have advanced casting, you may have advanced casting, you may have advanced casting. And then we need borax for all these things as well. That is all the advanced casting we need for the moment. For all the machines. Now how about some electricity for inserters? And some more inserters. Very nice. Now how about some molten iron? Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, it would. It would be very nice. But we can't have everything, can we? So I happen to have a couple of automation science packs here. How about we just give them away? And by the way, while I am here, I would actually like to produce or request basic substrate here. Because that's used in the biofilm process, which is going to the east. Basic substrate. How about some belts? Oh, hello inserters. No, robots. Now these changes that we have been making with the addition of some more advanced casting will allow us to stop making some middleware or stop making some intermediate products in the mall. This is not the path I intended to go on, but very well. Now I'm off to provide the green science with a bit of titanium. Here, have some titanium. Don't forget to stretch and stuff. So you no longer need to make small parts. You no longer need to make iron stick. You no longer need to make bolts. You stop it. You no longer need to make gear wheels. And you no longer need to make tinned cable. And you definitely do not need to make any copper cables. Because all that is being requested. And also you don't need to make any pipes. I wish I could tell you that you don't need to make any small electric poles, but we do need them. Not only because we need them, but also because we need them to make medium electric poles. And speaking of medium electric poles, I just happen to have gotten some, which is fantastic. Just standing here for a bit, because it seems like the robots have some items for me. Although not anymore. Very well. Okay, now you do. Come on now. Why do you have to provide things from so many different places? Very well. By the way, do we happen to have any belts over here? Because if we do, I would very much like some. Thank you. Oh, and inserters? Nope. No inserters whatsoever. Oh, damn. Simple circuit boards. Yes, please. Now, it seems like the simple circuit boards are missing tin. Because we are missing tin ore. But there just so happens to be another way to make tin ore from meat. And also from, yeah, some other ways which we don't really have access to yet. But how about meat? Now I will use my little search mod to check if we have any meat. And it just so happens that we do have meat. We have 1.5k meat in the old production, in the old power production area. We have 34 meat in a chest, and we have 1.6k meat in a warehouse. So needless to say, we have plenty of meat. And it seems like this is what I passed by first, so this is the meat that I will pick up. And then I will be off to the aluminium, tin and lead area. Where I will naturally set up an atomizer to process this meat. Look at that, I have medium electric poles again. Now if only I could have some inserters as well. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, where do we have the lead? Is this lead? This is, oh, tin. I mean tin, obviously tin. This seems to be very much tin. So how about you just, I don't know, process some tin ore? Would be a nice thing. I could make another atomizer, but I think this is enough for now. I don't have an infinite supply of tin anyway. Okay, so now we're off to the tar area. Because this is an area where we used to produce small parts. But now, thanks to the new approach, we should not be making any small parts, and preferably we shouldn't be making any iron sticks either. And most importantly, we should definitely not provide anything. So actually you can just stop with this iron plate nonsense. Instead you can start doing some iron stick nonsense. And some small part nonsense. Thank you. And I'm not sure I like that you have so much iron here. But okay then. Just for now, I guess. So this inserter should start using iron sticks. And this inserter should start making small parts. And speaking of small parts require copper, and I don't need any copper plates here anymore, because I will get the small parts instead, eventually. So thank you for all your 46,465 times 2 small parts. Your work here is done. Do I happen to have a deconstruction planner? As a matter of fact, I do. So the thing is that the tar here is being made mostly from drilling fluids type 1 and 2. Oh, look at this. I am absolutely fine with this little loop request at the moment. In fact, you can have some more. And you can have even more. And you can have even more. Although I would like a few as well. Thank you very much. And this will cause a bug in the, well, not a bug, but this will cause a little glitch or a little I don't know. It will cause a math error if you would just look at the train log mod, because things will essentially not add up. What is this? Drill heads. Yeah, we're not providing drill heads here anymore. And we haven't been doing so for a long time. So thank you very much, inserters. The sand casting, why am I trying to remove these manually? That doesn't quite make sense. Now, since we don't really have any value for this little, I mean, this coal gas in this tank is not really used for any calculations besides being converted into syngas, and syngas hasn't been a problem for a long while. Actually, I would like to check when was the last time we transferred any syngas, or rather, where have we been transferring it from? Mostly the tar, well, 50-50 between the tar drilling and the coal and coke, but the thing is that now I have changed the coal and coke provide priority. And this has just vented some syngas previously. So I'm hoping it will stop doing that and actually provide the syngas instead. And then once the coal gas is sort of like, once this is filled up, if that ever happens, then it can please insert or please convert the remainders into syngas when needed. Good. Very good. See, now we have a shit ton of small parts here. So let's check. So we inserted 1.9k, then we stopped, then we inserted some more, and then we got rid of all of them. So yeah, okay, the math actually does kind of add up, because it's even tracking the temporary stop. Thank you very much, train log. Okay. Now there's just another change that I would like to make here. Oh, by the way, let's see. Hello, can you please stop using these iron plates? And instead just start using these iron sticks, which eventually will come here. Here, your friend kind of made these. Are you going to? No, I don't want you to pick stuff up. I'd rather keep my iron plates, thank you. See, I have nothing. Haha. Now that we have iron sticks, or now that we are starting to produce iron sticks, it just so happens that I have almost forgotten about a real nice way to make quartz and things. Do I have a sand extractor? Can I make some sand extractors? Thank you. Because we can make sand from iron sticks, we can make rich dust from iron sticks. And this rich dust recipe especially is not that bad. Not bad at all. So I would just like to set this up. I think the robots will be able to fill this in. And this requires half a second. And this requires 10 seconds. So we are going to need a lot of these sand extractors, essentially. And as I said, I would like the robots to fill this in. Now, do we have a requester? Possibly. I think this has a request priority exactly of -100, which is good. And sneeze warning. Oh, that came quite surprisingly. Oh, damn it. So we will be taking the leftover iron sticks. Just like in case they have more important places to go. Like, yeah, even the mall. And then we will be taking these and be making rich dust from them. And also eventually gravel. No, not gravel, sand. because 2 iron sticks equals 10 sand equals some amounts of quartz ore. And as you can see, I have, well, this area is of course still a bloody fucking mess, a really big mess, but eventually I'm thinking that it should be fixed. So this sand can just, I don't know, maybe for the moment just go down here and be useful. I would please like to prioritize the right input here. Oh look, we have some sand extractors. Oh dear. What are you doing there? Can you just not be in the way, please? Now, before we leave, let's just check how much more efficient this production is of, for example, the small parts, because I think that's reasonable to compare. In terms of molten iron, how much more are we gaining? Bolts. Oh, bolts are made from iron sticks. So let's see. In that case, I would very much like to have the bolts at the top. And then iron plates is, of course, that we have been making from molten iron for quite a while. So 100 small parts used to be 233 molten iron. But now, if we just use the other versions of these recipes, it's using 206 molten iron. So it's not like a big improvement, but you can see that for each and every one of these we are using a bit less. Actually, not this one. What? 233, 200. Does the bolts require more molten iron? That is a bit surprising, but I think I kind of would like to use this recipe anyway. Not that I can really explain why at the moment. That's odd, but okay. Either way, I think that this is like a bit of a... It's not a big reduction in terms of molten iron, but a little bit. So that's what we are going to do for now. So thank you for watching, and see you again in the next episode when we will probably clean up some parts of this stone block mess.